Hey everyone, how's everyone doing out there? I got a lot of people come in. Things been a little hectic here. So before we get into the main topic, several things to do. First off, I'd like to say hello to everybody out there. Will at Just in Time Prepping was first. Then we had Keith Kronk, Michael 58, Heaven's Essentials, Hey Julie, Chris and Sharon's Outdoors, Homestead and Outdoors, Adam's Eve's Farm, Teresa and Lee at Stringfield Ridge Farm, Laura Jean, Queen of the North. Going down, going down. Anybody else here I haven't seen? Mary Beth. Cool. All right. Alrighty. So before I get into the main topic of
Hello, Prairie Girl.
what was that? Oh, clock and roll. Hey, how you doing? Prairie Girl.
Hey, Prairie Girl.
Boy Homestead. Hey. Fishes and Loaves. How you doing? All right. So before I jump into the actual topic of it, I want to talk about what happened earlier today
Good evening, Joe Hardeck.
in Nevada. So in Nevada this afternoon, there was a 6.5 earthquake. They downgraded it, then they upgraded it back to 6.5. So looking at the map here, you got Carson City, Reno. Down here, you got Las Vegas. This line where my mouse is moving along is the Nevada-California border. These colored rings going around is the intensity of which it was felt. I mean, it was felt down in Fresno. It was felt in Modesto. It was felt in Stockton. They had some shaking down a little bit farther south, but then the lines cut off. They only showing it going out so far, but you can tell by the way the lines are going that out here, these other lines, that it was felt out, fair distance away. So let's switch over to the other map on that here, guys. All right, the blue dot is, let me zoom out a little bit here so you can see the cluster of it. The blue dot is the 6.8, and everything else here was today.
Aftershock.
No. There were about 24 pre-shocks ranging from 3 to the high 4s. 4.8 was the highest one I saw as a pre-shock in this area. They were getting bounced around before it happened. I was getting all these emails, this. All of a sudden, boom, here's the big one. It's like, oh, crud. So, yeah, that's what was. All these have been going on here. Fortunately, it's calmed down a little bit. There's been nothing in the last hour. Anything in the last hour would have been red. I'm going to double check this just to make sure. I'm going to refresh it just in case see, it keeps all the time going. So nothing new there. Now, what's interesting was, and this is going to be a lead into it here. Let me see if I can get this picture here to blow up here. See if it'll show it. Maybe not. On one of the highways, the sheriff's department blocked the highway. I don't know, there's this black line going across here. That's where it has shifted like this, and it shifted like this as well. It looks like there's about a 4-inch side-to-side shift and a 2 to 4 inch vertical shift as well on that. So, and that brings us into tonight's topic here. Oh, by the way, so far there have been no reported serious injuries and no deaths. All right, yeah, there are probably people, falling around, doing something stupid, trying to run outside and tripping. But so tonight we're talking about backup transportation for emergencies. So got a few pictures there of different types of transportation. Some of these, what'd you call it, Dave?
Absurd.
Now, where was that, Michael? That was about not quite halfway from Reno down to Las Vegas, just inside of Nevada. Okay, yeah. Oh, moped, great fishes loaves. That was one I didn't even put up on there. Tractor, good. All right, so now a lot of people are going to think I'm wanted. My this is I'm talking about in a Tawaki or an SHTF situation. What are we going to bug out in? No, we're not talking about bugging out. We're just talking about alternative or backup transportation plans. And I have actually seen people with not quite that big of a backpack, but with oversized
You won't
backpack,
make it very far with that pack. You won't
about
even make it. You
100
won't even
yards.
make a mile.
Yeah, well, mules. But this is not a Tawaki situation we're talking about at first here. I'm showing you some of the different things that the people do in non-Tawaki or non-SHTF situations. I've seen people on bicycles pulling their wheeled luggage with them as they ride to the BART station to take BART, which is Bay Area Rapid Transit, to either the San Francisco, Oakland, or San Jose International airports. Yeah. I have not seen anything quite as overloaded as this four-door sedan. I have seen pictures of hand carts like this and stuff. This one down here on the right, middle right, yeah, that's going way overboard.
Hello, Steve.
Standard pack for Marines. And there are some really funny pictures out there of what people do for stuff. Now, the stuff that's not ludicrous, or obscene. All right, the Hummer is a little still setting up the tent on top is a little off the off the wall.
Not really. That's normal. They make kits for that.
Yeah, but personally, I'm not going to climb up on top of the car roof where I might dent it or whatever. Just I'll just set the tent up unless it's a mud flood, you know. But you got your oh, I forgot the other one. Dang it. You got the other ones here, so I'm just going to go slip through this a little bit better here. Yeah, oversized pack. Yeah, you ain't like Dave said, you ain't going to get too far with that. I don't care if you are a Marine. Now, for those that want to talk about a Tawaki situation, hey, this is a very simple thing to throw together to get you and some gear away. You're going to need several people to move that bad boy, and that's only on the surface streets. There's Dave's alternative transportation for emergencies. But you notice they did not overload the horse.
Nope, only essentials.
Yep. If you got a quad, if you need to take stuff, you can go around. But if you have a quad and an empty trailer and their road is damaged from an earthquake like happened there in Nevada, hey, you can get around because that's made for off-road, and you can get to the grocery store and get some supplies until they get the road repaired. A very nice, simple, sensible way for alternative transportation. And someone mentioned earlier a moped. Yeah, a moped, you come to a crack in the road, you pick it up, set it down on the other side, and you keep on putting. And I'm just
look like Ohio.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks like L.A., East L.A., San Diego.
And it was mentioned, Gil, that them rooftop tents have platforms, so you're not going to dent your roof.
Okay.
Matchbox. Oh, wait, no.
So, alternative methods to getting around an emergency. You got train. You got if you're so inclined to ride a motorcycle.
That's not a motorcycle. That's a crotch rocket. Get it right.
Yeah. Well, that's a super suicidal. Horace, we talked about that. Public transportation. Um, Depending where you're at, you might be in boats, but there are other types of transportation to get around different things.
Hey, Butch, and yes, a game cart will work if it's properly loaded. If you improperly load it, you're going to hate yourself in the morning.
Yeah.
It folds in on itself, Lori.
Yeah. So I take it then that the platform has locking things, but it's got the three
It's
piece.
locked. The platform is locked into the luggage rack.
Mm.
The platform's sturdy enough to hold upwards to 300 pounds. The tent itself is just like a standard tent with poles. They just pull out and it pops up.
Yep. Golf cart, if you have one. And I've actually seen people in certain communities use golf carts for normal everyday putting around. In Walnut Creek, California, they got several senior retirement activity centers, residence type things near golf courses. And these guys are, I mean, they even have special lanes painted on the road for the golf carts. They're using golf carts so much there. So, yeah. So there's a lot of, let me slide back up here real quick and check. See, got the golf cart, game cart. See what else we got here. A truck that can go down railroad tracks. Yeah, you have those. Actually, just about any full size pickup, the wheelbase is set up for it. So all you got to do is let some air out of the tires, and it'll just sit right on top of the track. Not too good for the tires. You want to do it for too long, or go too fast, but they will fit
Have a
there.
good night, Lori.
All right, Lori. Let's see what else we got here. And try to see what everybody else was saying there. Back there, I'm sliding back here, checking things. Yes. They also have electric bikes. Some new ones out. I've seen them on a couple channels. Daniel at Arms Family has a couple of them. He was given to test out and review. So yeah, there are a lot of ones around there. So, but where's I got to take that one off? Again, there it was. Pop that up, boom. So basically, what I was thinking about on this one here for you guys to go over with you guys to get you guys to thinking, not so much a major disaster, end of the world, Tawaki situation, SHTF, where it's going to be years, something that just may take weeks or possibly a month. In San Francisco, when they had the Loma Prieta earthquake, it took a month for them to repair the San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge. It took probably 2 days to totally assess the Transbay tube for the Bay Area Rapid Transit System to make sure it was okay and get it going again. They increased the number of ferries traveling across the bay for people to commute into San Francisco to work. There are some of the outlying areas. There was a lot of detours and stuff set up, and people were where they would normally be using their sedans and minivans and stuff were using 4-wheel drives because they were having to take dirt roads around some of the closures to get around it to. Sorry, I'm really that. Be right back. Diaper duty. To get around the temporary problems with the highways and stuff. Now, so right now, just I'm keying off of the earthquake in Nevada there. But there have been other things that have caused problems for alternative needs for alternatives or backup transportation. Oklahoma last year had some heavy duty floods, and people were trying having take boats across rivers and leave their cars parked on the other side of the river so they could travel into town. So a boat it can be another form of emergency transportation, or a backup for your transportation in emergencies. Now, one of the things I didn't put up there, you saw the ATVs. They actually make 6 and 8-wheeled ATVs that float. Amphicat is the one brand that comes to mind because my sister had a bunch of them when I was younger. Hey, Farm All Fanatic. And so there are other things to do if you think about it. Now, someone put farm tractor or put tractor in there, so I'm suspecting they meant farm tractor as another form of getting around. Yeah, if the area's flooded a little bit, you have a nice tall tractor, you can get through a lot of flooded areas to get into town to get supplies. Mr. Ed talks too much. Those land sail, what are those land sail boats called? Not sure. But if you have a nice flat desert area, that's one way of getting across the desert if you have no gasoline. Yeah, yes, Blue Healer. We talked about horses upper in the upper right corner up there. And for those of you who have farmland and stuff where you can have horses, horses are a great backup for transportation in emergency.
Nah, they're no good. Just everybody back in the early 15, 16, 1700s used them everywhere for everything. So they're not any good.
Oh, even into the 300 BC.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah.
There was one or two of them over in Israel a long time ago, maybe.
Yeah. And Egypt, hey.
And Babylonia. And Medo-Persia.
Oh, here's a unique trivia fact for you guys. So, why are railroad tracks the width that they are? Can anybody guess why railroad tracks are the width that they are? Chris and Sharon, yeah. Camels. Camels is another one.
I got alpacas down here.
Yeah, alpacas.
I bet they pack a lot too.
Yeah. All right, rustic tradition. You're pretty much got it there. All right, the width for a 2-team chariot became the standard with the Roman Empire, and then carts and wagons were built to the same width because all the the roads and stuff, all the ruts, where they were going, to keep because you were trying, if you had a little bit wider, one side bounced in, the other side bouncing out, or the wheels would pinch in the ruts, so they made everything the same size. And so it's the width of a two horse team. And then once they and so the first quote train cars they were going to use were simple wagons or coaches, which are all with the same standard width. So that's why train cars have the train tracks have a specific standard width, and most cars up through the 70s, early 70s, you started getting some of these foreign imports, were set on the same axle width. All your Chevys, your Fords, your Dodges, your Studebakers, everything had the same width and could actually ride on the rails. Yeah, exactly. farm. It's this, basically two horses, the rear end of two horses to set it up. Okay. All right. We got stuff going on here. Let's go. I'm just looking at the things flying back here in the side chat. I don't think I'll be back. Okay. What'd you do, rob them? Anyways, guys. So we've had some good ideas. Anybody have any other ideas we haven't talked about of backup transportation in an emergency? And once again, I'm not talking. You should have seen what I edited. Go back.
Hot air balloon.
Huh? Hot air balloon. I saw that hot air balloon. Would a mule be better? A mule might be better if it's a long trek and you're carrying stuff.
And if you're going up and down hills, mules are better.
Yeah.
If you're staying on flat ground, you're better off with a horse.
Yeah. Skateboard. Well, Steve, I want to see you riding a skateboard.
I'd almost pay to see that.
Yeah, I'd give $1 to see that.
I'll buy that for $1.
That's my one movie quote for the night.
Yeah, bicycle is probably a lot of everybody's affordable backup transportation. Okay. But yeah, if there's a problem that leads, it doesn't have to be a long term, even if it's a short term, being a month or less problem with fuel supplies, bicycles, sand hollows, propane and gasoline powered vehicle.
Well, you see that tractor right there, that nice big pretty black one? I'll drop the trailer, load the cab up with everything I need, and I can go 1,600 miles with that. And it can go off-road if you know how to drive one.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot off-road, but it can if you know how to drive it.
Well, WD, if you can tell me where you have a Stargate hidden, let me know.
Beat me up, Scotty. There ain't no intelligent life down here anymore.
So there was something else here. Let me go ahead and escape that one out.
I didn't say the seats were comfortable. I just said I could go anywhere I wanted to go with that thing. And I can go up to 16. Well, if I'm bobtailing and I don't get in the throttle a whole lot, don't have to worry about stupid idiots in front of me brake checking me constantly, I could probably go up to 2,000 miles in that cab on full tanks. That's 300 gallons of fuel right there.
Let's see if I bring this up here. Images. Now, we talked about bicycles, but there is something else too that goes along with bicycles. And pull some of these other ones up here. Tricycles, and some of these with these nice big fat tires can do amazing things off-road. You just got to be able to hook a
wagon
to it, or one like this that has something on there that you can haul with, and probably it easily hooks up a wagon to it. And here is an electric fat tire trike. That's got 2 baskets on it, one in front, one in back. Hey, Dave, that's what you need to get around on.
I have no place to lock it up.
Yeah. Yeah, there are.
My apartment's so full right now, I have to walk outside to change my mind.
Oh, I can't click on that image there because they'll go to a website, but they got a tandem seat, both people pedaling tricycle.
Bicycle built for two.
So that's another.
Yeah, most people don't understand. Go ahead.
There we go. Dog sled.
Most people who have not been in the military do not understand what they mean by crucible or ruckpack or full military loadout. Most people in this chat, and I'm not saying this to be mean in any way, shape, or form, would have their hands full with a 40-pound pack full of food and gear. In the military, in basic training, you start out with an 80-pound ruck. At the end of basic training, you're on a 12-mile forced march with said 80 pounds of gear. And if you don't make it, you ain't making it. And there's a nice ice-cold fire hose with your name on it when everybody gets back to the company area.
Mm.
I watched a few people get hosed off.
Yeah, Mary Beth, my oldest grandson has autism, and he's 6 now and still not potty trained.
Hello, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. So, pull that one off. All right, Michael 58. What was? I have no idea what this word is. Penscager? Whatever. All right. All right. Along that, the problem is it depends where you're going to, where you're traveling to in the emergency. If you're trying to get into the city.
You have never seen those bush planes, have you? I've seen them bush planes take off in less than 5 feet and land in less than 10. These pilots are exceptional at what they do.
Yeah.
There's videos here on YouTube of it.
Yeah. They're almost like a gyrocopter as fast as they take off.
It's all in the wings and the pilot. If you go to one of my favorite other channels that I watch, Flight Test, you go back, I think it was last year's videos, you'll see where they got to ride in some of those bush planes, and they stop at a McDonald's gas station where they're at. That's how fast they land and take off. McDonald's actually has McDonald's they stop that has a parking lot for the airplanes.
Yeah.
Hey, Dakota.
So yeah, basically what I what my big thing was to get everybody thinking in here about not a total full-blown SHTF end of the world situation, just something that might say, all right, my primary mode of transportation I can't use. Whether, hey, you blew an engine, you got multiple flat tires, you need to do something else to get around. Oh, all right, Adams East Farm. See you later. You know, you got to have something else to get around for the short term. And not only that, guys, practice it. If you have one of these, fat tired bicycles and you never ride it, or one of the tricycle ones, and you go to use it, you may be in for a rude awakening. V-22s are death traps. I think V-22 is a designation of a military transport vehicle. Yeah.
Oh, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy. So, there are different things to do. Hopefully, you have a solar-powered vehicle. Yeah. Unfortunately, right now, solar-powered vehicles, what they do have, take forever to recharge. Yeah. So, get your bike or trike and start practicing. Yeah. Now, some people say, well, so do you want us to go out and buy something? Not exactly. I just want you guys to think about it. But if you are already thinking about buying something, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good backup vehicle. And if you have a farm or a homestead, um, there are a lot of old military surplus vehicles that you can use around on the farm for hauling stuff around, and then use as an emergency vehicle to go into town if you need to. Where we got here? Trying to get the other thing here to open up here. Do 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 do. There we go.
Hey, Ryder does.
Because you can pick up, a 6x6 cargo truck for under 20,000. Yeah, and for and you can even get some older ones even cheaper. There's some other ones out there that are even cheaper. All right, this is one that's been bobbed to make it like a pickup truck. Come on, where's the other ones? Don't tell me they sold them all out already. No, that's that one. Dang, I think they sold them all out. They're not listing it anymore. They used to have several of the older military ones for 9,000, like this one here. Really old style. But yeah, you can find some of the older ones around if you were planning on getting one. Now, I just saw here, Anthony, yes, an ATV or a Gator, and I saw some really cool ATVs out there that were. Get that back up here again. ATV, come on. Images. Where was the one here? There were some really cool ones there that I was looking at with camping gear. So that brings it up. Shoot. I knew I should have saved those pictures. They had a couple of really cool, when I was looking for things, of ones that had the six wheelers, four people and the six wheeler, like a Gator, and it had a little bed on it as well.
You showed one a week or two ago that you haven't mentioned yet. The Sherpa.
The Sherpa.
Oh yeah, the Sherpa. Yeah. That
That's
that
a go
that is
anywhere,
not
do anything.
the Sherpa is not cheap.
Well, you never mentioned price. That rig right there at the bottom right with that
Yeah.
trailer, you're looking at 300,000 for that.
Yeah.
That tractor alone's over 260.
Try this here. Over LO. See if I can find this again.
Nope, not sick. Just in a lot of pain tonight.
CAR carry.
Well, Chris, Sharon, yeah. If that's you, Chris,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, the down payment, literally, because if you need to own a rig 10 years to even think about calling it paid off.
And yeah, if you have an RV, a motorhome, that may be a way to get around. Anthony, I feel your pain. I've been out there. I've been out working in the wind blowing around all the dust and pollen and stuff. And Kathy just threw up the Sherpa one. And here's the one image I was looking for. Finally found it again.
Yeah, the Argo.
Yeah. And that's the one for the Forest Service. They got they're in a muddy area and they got chains on it to get through everything. But yeah, there are some really nice ones out there for getting around in and doing stuff in. There's a lot of things people have done with these things for use on the farm, and it's a good backup for around. And if you're partial to Kubota took their 25 horsepower tractor and turned it into a utility vehicle with a dump bed on it. So Sherpa, SHUR Sherpa. It's not supposed to come up that.
I didn't realize you wanted food brought up.
I'm
That's where mine
looking.
devolved into last night is food.
SHE. That's why. Spelt it wrong. Is that going to bring it up? Brings up clothing now. What that brings up. There we go. It brings up trailers now. Oh well. But yeah, you got your some of your RVs and stuff. But
The Duckmobile. There we go.
yeah.
Drives on land, runs through water. Doesn't do
Yep.
off-road worth a darn.
Alrighty. There we go. Finally got the right one. Yeah. These are made in Russia. They're super cool. Do all sorts of fun things.
There's
But they're
also a
also
place here in the US that makes them.
they're also I think they're a tad bit out of most people's price range. Just a tad. Especially if you get the one with the trailer on it, because the trailer is powered hydraulically or PTO driven. Do you know?
It's PTO.
PTO driven off
If I
the
remember
main
correctly.
vehicle.
If I remember.
Yeah. But yeah,
Hey, Lisa, if they can afford to buy you one, could they throw me enough to go buy a car? Just good enough to get back and forth to Walmart. That's all I need. Just
yeah.
walking past food birds.
The only way this would help with homesteading
Is if you had 5,000 acres.
and you're in the Alaska outback, and you need to get around across the swampy lands out there to get out there and take care of your cattle and stuff.
Or the Amazon.
Lisa says, "Who cares? It'd be a blast." Yeah, it would. Ah, Willy Wonka's elevator. Yeah, go this way, that way, and every which way. Now, I don't think most people realize that Willy Wonka's elevator was actually put into several TV series and several movies called Star Trek. Because if you notice in the lights on the original Star Trek, when you're going up, all of a sudden stop and start going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
The turbo lift.
Uh-huh.
Computer, deck 5, section 14, please.
Yeah. So got to look around for what ways you can. If I get my brain to engage with my mouth at the same time, look around at your options for getting around in a emergency, not talking Tawaki situation, not talking SHTF situation, just simple emergencies like the earthquake that hit, the 6.5 earthquake that hit this morning in Nevada on the California border. Oh, yeah, that goes just about everywhere. Of course, Anthony, did you see Mortal Engines with the walking cities that move around? Put
vehicles.
the Jawas thing to shame.
Let's get the walking spider from the most recent Wild Wild West.
Oh, you're going to do that. Might as well get something a little bit that's not steam powered. Get the
Hey, steam powered. All you got to do is find some wood, and you're good to go. You ain't got to worry about gas. You got to worry about nothing. It may be loud, clunky, and rough as poop ride. All you got to do is find some trees, and you keep going.
all right. Swiss Army Vehicles. SwissArmyVehicles.com. Yeah, pass. I can bring that one.
I'm watching your videos there, old school. Makes me wish I had property.
Swiss Army Vehicles. There we go. SwissArmyVehicles.com. Kind of cool little things there.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's what he was talking about back at the beginning. Okay.
Good evening, our cabin.
I think it was Keith that put it in there. Or no, it was Michael 58 that put in this the name up here. Pin screw. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. But I like this one here is that it's easy to load stuff in and out of, and it would be great for puttering around the homestead here. And this one's licensed in Texas. Is this Mama Z's?
She wouldn't tell us if it was.
It's from down there in Texas.
No, the 18 van isn't strong enough. It's not bulletproof.
Yeah. But yeah.
Now there is actually one of those right there here in Middletown, Ohio.
Cool.
Spotted it like 3 years ago.
I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go see if this will go to the open a new tab. Give it a chance to open it up there. I wonder how much one of those costs.
Oh, around 60,000 probably.
Okay. Oh, not basically 10,000 for the two-wheel pickup version down here. For that one, that they go on up, climb ups, 35, 21, 17. So
Is that U.S. based or over there? Because if it's you got to worry about getting it shipped to you.
this is in Fayetteville, Arkansas, USA.
Well, then shipping won't be too bad. You're looking at about another 1,000 to ship it.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to drive out to pick it up.
So hey, that's not bad. This is SwissArmyVehicles.com. Thank you, Kathy, for putting that up there.
Yep, Larry. Middle Tucky, Ohio, as we affectionately call it. Yeah.
Fly out to drive it back. And right now, the way some of the airline prices are, have been, my wife has, I think she's already bought tickets. We're coming up in June, flying from Oakland to Idaho Falls, $35 each way. Okay, some of these other ones are sold already. Yeah, those are already sold. Dang it. And
Well, if I had $9,000, I'd fly right out and get one. Because I'd talk them, hey, I'll buy it, but I've only got $8,000 because I got to fly out there and drive it home.
That's but cool. I'll give you advertisement on my YouTube channel. So
well, that would work out very good for me because
they've been selling a lot of the stuff down there. I mean, I've heard that a lot of stuff has been getting. They got some of the Mercedes G wagons. And they got 3 of them still in stock. Both those are sold. Humvees, 10,000 for the Humvee.
If you're going to go Humvee, I'd rather go Plan B.
Yeah, so would I. Plan B does a really good job with the Humvees.
Even on their base models, they at least make sure it's drivable.
Yeah, and their base model starts at 8.
They don't do anything to it other than make sure it's drivable.
Yeah.
You spend a little extra, you can get a lot better vehicle.
Oh yeah, you can get all sorts of accessories to it. You can get aircraft aluminum doors put on it. You can get a jump seat put in the front and in the back, in the back, so you can actually sit 6. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Where'd it go? There. It's up here. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, probably, but she's not bringing any checked baggage. She's just bringing her carry-on, what she can fit underneath the seat in front of her, and anything else that she would have brought up here, gifts for the grandkids and stuff. She's going to ship it UPS. It's going to be a lot cheaper all the way around. Who's got the antique anthology Mercedes? That was Swiss Army Vehicles in Arkansas. Yeah, there are different things you can do because right now I got 2 alternative vehicles here. One is my N9 Ford tractor, which was made either in 39, 40, or 41, because in 42 they came out with a different model. And I got my Coyote tractor. If I'm going to really do something and be doing some long traveling, I'll take the N9 because it gets very, very, very good gas mileage, and I can actually hook a nice trailer up to it, and I can go down the road at 35, 40 miles an hour. I'm not sure when Albany Mountain came in, but hey, guys. So, anyways, I just want to make sure everybody gets thinking about different. Where is it? Click on that one there. Different forms of transportation. It's just showing some. Do not go to the level of idiocy that some people do. Don't overpack your backpack. If you got a bicycle, you ain't gonna have much control going up hills or down hills if you're dragging stuff with you. A good ATV with a trailer is good. 4-wheel drive, if you need to camp out somewhere along the way, tent's good. Horses are a good one. Do not overload trucks. Do not make it a super idiot handcart and with more weight on it than 10 people can carry. So yeah, there's a lot of options out there. If you just sit down and think about it, plan it out, and practice using them. Because you never can tell when you go to use something if you haven't practiced with it, and all of a sudden you try to use it. It's like, wow, this ain't going to work.
And
You
don't trust other people for your plans either.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that I had to deal with the horses, he backed out.
Yeah.
He admitted, he said, I never really thought prepping had any place. Now that this is going on, I got to rethink everything. I think I'm just going to keep my horses now. Okay, whatever. I cleaned my fair share of horse pens and cow pens and pig pens. I'll still take a horse.
Yeah. I've done cow pens, horses. Horses are much easier to clean up after than cows. Because horses drop road apples. Cows drop mud pies. And horses usually go poop in the same place. If they got a pasture, you'll find 2 or 3 spots where the horses go to poop all the time. Cows just let it fly wherever they're at.
And then they flick their tail and spray it everywhere.
Yeah.
Kind of like a pig. Pigs crap, they flip their tail and it sprays everywhere.
Yeah. That's right, Kathy. You don't need to pack a lot of stuff. Remember, this is not a SHTF or TWACI situation. This is just emergency situations, like the picture I had up earlier where it showed the road in California across the border from Nevada, where the land went this way and this way 4 inches, and so they had the road blocked off. A good ATV go right over that, and not some 4-wheel drive trucks would go right over that and not even slow down. But yeah.
Hey, Steve, you obviously don't know what kind of toy Heavens has. When she goes downhill, people get out of her way. They don't like seeing that big thing coming at them. She's a little bitty thing driving a big old truck. I think you'd even move, Steve.
I see me. Yep. Julie, the other thing that goes good with that, as far as you want the fertilizer, goats and rabbits.
The bouncy bouncies.
All righty, folks. I'm going to make this a short one tonight. Keep it at an hour here. And let me check something else out here real quick here. bring the other thing up here. Put that up there. Okay, so Tuesday, on Tactical Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we're going to be talking about wildfires. And do you have a plan to cope with one? And wildfires can hit even cities. Check the, why don't you Google Santa Rosa wildfires, see what happened to the city of Santa Rosa in California with the wildfire they had there. Whole neighborhoods are burnt to the ground.
Julie, you're short still. You're short. At 5'9", you're still short.
Hey, I'm only 5'10" and a half. She's not short.
You're short.
I'm
Compared
average
to
size.
me, you're short.
I'm average sized. All right, everybody. We'll see you. See you Tuesday. Unless, Dave, are you going to do anything on Sunday?
Nope.
Nope. All right, guys. We'll see you Tuesday on Tactical Tuesday at 7 o'clock Mountain Time.
Hey,
We're
Chris,
talking about wildfires.
Chris is spelled 2.5.
How do you spell deuce and a half? Just the way you wrote it.
Nope, 2.5.
All right, guys. As always, everyone out there, stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared,
God bless.
and God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.